Dobar Dan, Divine Pisces 222. It is Saturday, January 23rd, 2021. I'm back for real this time. Yeah, so much has happened, guys. Just a lot of stuff going on in my personal life the latter part of 2020. I know a lot of you are kind of in the same boat with a lot of your stuff kind of hitting the fan all at the same time. Let's just say it's a brand new year, brand new start to a lot of things. A lot of things in my personal life finally kind of wrapped up right now. So energy-wise, I'm in a much better place, able to actually filter through some of these energies and figure out exactly what it is that's coming in. I'm going to let you guys know, I know I kind of said this last year before I left off, I think back in October, about the beginning of 2021 and the things that would be coming in. Pretty sure I mentioned a lot of you might actually see a return of your counterparts or your twin flame or whatever label you want to put on that, your mirror soul. Beginning of this year, January, February, March, clear. Some of you have already had that come in. Some of you hasn't come in yet. You're feeling the energies and you know it's coming. That being said, there's a lot of you also who had completely stepped away from the journey for a while, literally trying to get yourself in order, your spiritual house, so to speak. Stepping away from some of those energies. Some of you released your connections, found someone new, like a new connection. Kind of left off this twin flame thing for a little while and are finally starting to see some things cycling back in. Okay. This year, I really do feel is going to be okay, we all know last year was kind of like a WTF. Like the entire year is just like, what is happening right now? Like nobody knew it was happening. Nobody knew it was happening tomorrow. You know, that sort of thing. Like you really just had to fly by the seat of your pants. Okay. It was like you were just taking it one day at a time because that's all you had. And that was the lesson. Was, the lesson of this journey, most of it, most of us understand, the whole idea of releasing the expectations, taking things one day at a time. The only thing you can control is you and the now, future hasn't happened yet, that sort of thing. Okay. Last year was a major test for a lot of us to realize that and to just take it one day at a time. And those who did are the ones who are on the other side of this going, okay, what did I learn? What did I learn last year? Clear, right? How do I not repeat the same mistakes this year? Okay. 2021, 221, all right, is a year 5, is a year of change. Okay. Last year was a 4, a catalyst. A catalyst to change. Yes? Okay, still with me? Okay, so 2021, a lot that's coming in right now is massive change. And when I say change, I don't mean like, the whole mantra like all change is good. Okay, great. But you have to look at it from the perspective of change is change. Okay, what do we think when we think change? Okay, yeah, sure, change in circumstances. Maybe the world is changing. We have a brand new administration in the United States, whatever when you think of change, where does your mind go? When I say change, I mean change on the inside, like spiritual change. I feel like literally a lot of us are realizing we have changed. Okay? We're not the same people we were at the beginning. At the beginning of 2020, sure, but even just at the beginning of our journeys. Right? Okay? So spiritual change. I really feel like a lot of us, what's going to happen this year, especially with the return of counterparts and things like that coming back in, is literally going to be shadow work. Last year, I feel was the major focus last year was, facing your demons, facing yourself, yes, But a lot of it just had to do with clearing a lot of the excess karma that we kind of forgot when we were focused on our twins. Okay, twins went away, maybe some of us, our twins completely went out of the picture. We were freaking out. Some of us, our entire lives completely changed, and we felt like we didn't know what we were doing. We were having to face our karma. We were having to face ourselves. We were literally stuck in situations we could not run from. We couldn't run from them, like we couldn't go out and do things to escape from the things that we wanted to escape from. We had to face them. Okay? And so we did that. A lot of you who are going through that cycle, some of you are still cycling through that. Some of you probably won't be, quote unquote, finished with that probably until, the end of the first quarter of this year. Okay? After that comes the return of the shadow work. Okay? A lot of us last year, it was inner child work. This year, I feel a lot of us, it's going to be shadow work, okay? And when I say shadow work, I mean shadow, like, trying to think of how to word this to make it make sense to what's in my head. I have a really hard time doing that sometimes. It's like, okay, so as an example, okay, let's say your counterpart comes back after you have been doing your thing for years, whatever. Okay, you've moved on, you've kind of, built yourself back up, so to speak. All of a sudden, your twin comes back. How do you react to that? Do you fall into the same patterns? Okay. Are you being shown literally your shadow self right now? Like, are you being shown your shadow self? Does that still need to heal? These are the questions you need to ask yourself when this happens, because for some of you, this will happen or it has happened already. Okay? And some of you are kind of like, what the heck? Why are you back now? Like, I already went through all of this. Why are you back? Okay? Some of you, like, some of those old feelings are coming back. Why? Okay? You need to evaluate that. What has been triggered in you? Okay? What is your twin showing you about you that needs to be addressed? Okay? So I feel big changes coming this year. And I feel like a major period of darkness. Like, a lot of us, those of us who are awakened, and I mean this, like, those of you who are awakened, who are in my collective, you already know this. It's really difficult to look at the world. Once you're awakened, it's hard to look at the world and look at the illusions that are in it and actually just ignore them. It's hard to do that. It's hard to look at other people who believe those illusions and not either A, feel some sort of responsibility to wake those people up. And when they don't wake up, you get angry, yada, yada, yada. And B, to feel self-righteous in your own ability to see through the illusions. We have to be careful. These are what I mean by the shadow selves. What are the shadow selves showing us right now? Okay? Have you been in self-righteousness? Okay? Have you been angry because you tried to wake somebody up and all they just think you're a lunatic, and they call you all sorts of names that end in ist usually. Okay? Why? Why do you feel the need to continue to put your energy into someone who refuses to see the truth? Let sleeping dogs lie. Let them figure it out. It is not your responsibility to wake them up. It's not. Okay? For example, my role is a teacher. My role is to put it out there. My role is to show you. My role is to explain, okay, maybe some of the things you're seeing or feeling. It's not my responsibility, however, to wake you up. I mean, those of you who are watching me are already pretty much awakened already. And actually, like, a lot of people had left my channel after I started really digging into the truth because they refused to see the truth. That's fine. That's on them. It has nothing to do with me. Okay? I am here to trigger you. Sure. Absolutely. Okay? Not to be mean or anything. That's just what I do. I trigger people. I trigger people in my own personal life. I trigger people all the time. Okay? I actually had somebody in my comments go ham on me because they're like, oh, maybe you should should not trigger people. You get enjoyment out of triggering people. No, I don't. No, I don't. I absolutely do not. I get no enjoyment whatsoever from people going at me because I actually exposed something to them that they did not want to see. I get it a lot. But am I supposed to just sit back and not call it out? Maybe. Okay, maybe there are times when maybe I probably should keep my mouth shut. All right, lesson learned. Got it. But when I feel called to trigger somebody because, I need to speak the truth, I do it. Okay? Sometimes it's effective. I've had people go at me and yada, 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 you're crazy, man. And then like a couple days later, they're like, so that thing you were talking about? Okay, so you gotta, I guess you gotta kind of find that line, okay? Try not to dip too much into shadow self, okay? As far as that stuff goes. Don't get angry because, somebody's refusing to help themselves. Okay? Just don't. There are a lot of zombies out there. I know Kayla has talked about it a couple of times about the artificial intelligence, the AI, whatever you want to call it. It's really more of like people are so programmed. They are so programmed. And it doesn't matter what you say, they're not going to see it until they choose to, okay? Go back and watch The Matrix, all right? It's right there in front of you. Go back and watch The Matrix. There are people still stuck in that. There's still people stuck in The Matrix, and they think everything is going to be fine as long as they, do what they're told. Clear. And in the end, no, they're not going to be better off, but they've got to figure it out for themselves. It really frightens me sometimes. I will tell you that. Sometimes it does frighten me how in-depth some of these illusions go and just how far gone some people are. But again, in the end, there is nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to change that person or those people's mindsets. I cannot do that. There are people who literally feel like there's one person out there that's going to save us all. No. You save yourself. You save yourself. Stop giving your power away to a political party or a person or somebody out there that you think is just going to flip a switch and all of a sudden everything's going to be better. You flip that switch. Nobody can do it for you. Okay, and if that triggers you, you're welcome. Happy New Year. Okay? Last year, I gotta tell you guys, it's just, I have learned so much about my patterns and my cycles and the reasons for why I held myself back so much, and just realizing that the only person that was ever holding me back was me. It was me. Okay? I can't lay that responsibility on anybody else. Okay? Just like nobody can lay their failures in my lap. I have nothing to do with your failures. I don't even know you. Not really. Okay? let me tell you this. Still to this day, it's like people just don't understand me. And honestly, that's how it's always going to be. It is not somebody else's responsibility to understand you. It's just not. Okay? Say what you need to say, but if somebody's going to want to be offended, they're going to be offended. It doesn't matter what you say. So stop taking on that responsibility for that person. Okay? Watch your shadows. So that's what I mean by change this year, by shadow work, by shadow ascension. A lot of us are going to be going through that massively this year, at least, okay? A lot of, I said the persecutions were coming. They're coming, guys. They're happening right now, okay? If you even dare to speak your truth, or the truth, there's only one truth, let's be honest, but it doesn't fit somebody else's reality, okay? They're going to persecute you because the only reality that's real to them is theirs. Do you get it? Okay? They want everybody else in that same reality. It's a control thing. They want to control everybody else. The only thing you can control is you. Okay? Yay! All right, so let's get this reading started. I'm going to start with, of course, overall energies for the collective. And let me tell you guys, these are some heavy energy. A lot of like I said, people just They don't want to take responsibility for themselves. I couldn't tell you how many times I've had people, like I work kind of like with the public, okay? People are like, you're ruining my life. You're ruining my day. I'm like, oh, really? I've talked to you for 5 minutes and I'm ruining your day, really? What else was going on in your day? You think it was me that was ruining your day? I think not. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. So stuff like that coming at us, so just be careful, okay? Try not to get caught up in somebody else's negativity, negative energy. You've got to keep yourself square, okay? The warrior saint. I love this. This is exactly in line with what I said. So the warrior saint, I'm a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. See, you got to stay positive, guys. Remember the love aspect, okay? Fear is the opposite of love, right? Okay? Fear is the opposite of love. And when they keep us in fear, when they keep us trapped there, what happens? We're easier to control. Okay? So remember, you are, however you want to word this to yourself, warrior saint, okay? Woo. Wow. Wow. Okay, the cards are talking today, guys. But I'm going to say, okay, let's try this again. I only want one. Thank you. Oh. And here it is. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. Exactly. Okay? Find your inner peace. There's so much cross chatter going on right now. Guys, it's ridiculous. There's so much being thrown at us right now that you have to sit here and discern what is true, what is illusion. Okay? Keep your mind focused. Keep your mind clear. That is when the answer will come. Okay? If you're in a state of, I don't know what to do, I'm trying to make sense of this, stop. Just stop for a second. Stop. Clear your mind. Clear your mind. Stop trying. Okay? Let it come to you. Because when you sit there and try to chase the meaning is going to elude you. Remember, what you chase eludes you. Okay? All right. Let's see here. Oh. All right. Let's do feminine first. I usually do masculine first, but I'm going to do feminine first. Just for kicks. Also, guys, I want to just remind you guys, the forum is still up, and I know there's been kind of some spam going on, which actually, is kind of cool. If there's spam, that means it's out there. People are seeing it, because the spammers wouldn't show up unless it's out there, right? So that means we're big enough to have spam. So I consider that an accomplishment. I try to filter it out as much as I can. Sometimes I can't get to it right away, so I do apologize about that. But it is still up and active. DivinePisces222.com/forum. Okay, check it out. Spiritual community. So feminine, wow, come to life. Yes. A lot of us have kind of been feeling really down and out. We've been feeling really uncomfortable with a lot of the things that are happening, a lot of the things that are coming back. Been feeling like we just need to shut off everything. You can't do that. You cannot shut it off. You can't, okay? Purge when you need to purge. Don't sit there and try to hold it in, because all that's going to happen is you're going to, literally, there is a group of people who are literally killing themselves from the insides because they are afraid to literally take off the masks. I mean it. Okay? The facades we hide behind, the mask that we wear in front of people, what we present to those around us is an illusion. Okay? Okay? Get out of that. Get out of that. You're killing yourself from the inside. Okay? If you're afraid, if you're so afraid to take a look at yourself in the mirror, you actually have to wear a mask to look at yourself in the mirror, that's a problem. You need to figure that out. Okay? So bring yourself back to life, guys. Stop sitting there feeling sorry for yourself. Remember that you create. Okay. There's a difference between denying truth and creating reality. Okay, so please understand the difference. Okay, we all create our own realities, whether for good or for bad. If you want to manifest the things that you want, you have to. Number one, you have to stop hiding behind yourself. You have to stop hiding behind excuses, behind a mask, whatever it is. You need to face yourself, and you need to come to Jesus moment, if you want to put it that way. Okay, with yourself. You need to have a conversation with yourself. What is holding me back? What is keeping me from literally painting my reality? Why am I stuck? Okay, who's in my ear telling me that I don't deserve better? Who's telling me that? All the while, Spirit's over here like, I have this for you. You have the tools you need. Come see me. Let's have a conversation. Who's in your head? Who's in your ear? Is it you? Is it your shadow self? Is it people around you? Who is sowing that discontent within yourself, feminine? Who's doing that? Okay? Right, inspiration. These go together. Okay? Finding your inspiration doesn't mean you chase it. Doesn't mean you chase it, okay? Finding your inspiration means what? What was this? Clearing your mind, releasing the clutter, and remember that everything you do is out of love because you are love. And when you remember that, that's when the clarity comes. That's when the inspiration comes. That's when the abundance comes. You have the tools you need. You have everything you need to achieve your goals. Everything. Okay? Whether that's your spiritual goals, whether that's a career goal, a weight loss goal, whatever. Have you stepped into mission yet? Do you have this idea in your head and you just haven't done it yet? Why? What are the excuses you put in front of yourself? Okay? There have been so many excuses that I've been telling myself to keep my, basically, I can't get back on my channel because of this, and that. I probably could have, okay? I just wasn't ready yet. Got it. But I finally said, you know what? No, I need to go. This is what Spirit's calling me to do. I need to stop hiding from it. Okay? I'm not saying all the bad things that have happened to me are because I stepped out, but it's possible that was what was leading me back here. Okay? So you have to have that conversation with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Okay? Let's see. So feminine, page of swords in reverse. So yeah, you haven't been listening. You haven't been listening. What have you not been listening to? Okay? Are you listening to your shadow self? Okay? Are you rejecting what Spirit's trying to tell you? Why do you feel so disconnected from Spirit right now? Why? Have you been doing your healing? Some of you have stopped. Some of you have stopped. Some of you have given yourself so many excuses you need to stop. Okay? I know I said this before I even started pulling cards. Some of you have stopped. Some of you have just stepped away from the journey for a while. Okay, maybe you needed clarity. Okay, great. Good. Found it? It's time to start back up. Okay? You got to get out of your head. Get out of your head. You're in your head too much. Some of you are overthinking the return of your counterparts. And yeah, some of you are really triggered by the return of your counterparts right now. Some of you are incredibly triggered by that, and that's what's happening. Some of you are triggered by something else, but I think this is what's bringing about everything else. Some of you are so triggered by this, and some of you are really starting to see the error of your ways too, and you're triggered by that, and you're back in your head going, why did I let myself get into this? I'm feeling sorry for myself, yada, yada, yada. Okay, all the while, all of this stuff kind of going through your head, keeping you stuck. Okay? Yeah, wow. So swords and wands for feminine right now. So yeah, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. You guys are being triggered to move forward. Look, twin flames here. Look at that. Look at that. How do you like that? So some of you, yes, this is what this is about. Some of you, it's your counterparts coming back. Okay? Some of you are so eager to escape something. Some of you, it's your shadow self. You're not willing to work on your shadow self. You just want to walk away from it. You don't want to deal with it. You don't want to deal with it. I'm smiling right now because this is legit. Okay, so I had, you guys know KOC is, I already kind of went over all of that, is my divine counterpart. He's not my twin flame, but he's my divine counterpart. Could be, I don't know. Anymore, you know what, these labels, half the time, I don't think they mean anything. But I'm going to tell you right now, he's taught me so much about myself. Like, there's just been so much that has come in since, I've been involved with him. And I had a conversation with him last night. Yeah, I mean, it was triggering, absolutely. But, all in all, in the end, he's right. He just, like, forced me to take a look at myself for a second. Okay, all right. I have been trying to avoid. I have been trying to escape instead of just dealing with it. It's time. It's time to deal with it. Feminine. Okay? I can't be any clearer, guys. Stop trying to walk away from it. You have to deal with it. You have to deal with it. Okay? Now, some of you, this is signifying you not walking away from, you know, a situation that is not good for you. Okay, some of you, that's what this is you have been keeping yourself stuck in an abusive situation or whatever. Most of you, though, this has to do with you. This has to do with you. You can't run from this. Feminine, you can't run from this, okay? You cannot. You have to deal with your stuff. Okay? All right, let's take a look at masculine. Oh, hey. It'd probably help if, sorry. All right. Wow, masculine. Okay. Oh my God. So, you know, when I talk about mirroring, I think a lot of people get confused by what mirroring actually means. Okay, so mirroring, think about Alice through the looking glass. Okay, you know, she's looking through the looking glass and things look the same, but they're different. Okay, they're kind of like backwards. Okay, it takes all the running you can do to stay in the same place, right? So when we talk about mirroring and the twins or counterpart, whatever, if you look at everybody as a reflection of yourself, okay, what triggers you about that person is probably something about yourself you don't like. Okay, let's be honest. When we talk about the mirroring and the polarity that we're talking about with the mirror soul, is that you have one energy here, one energy here. Okay? And having them when you're in alignment with your twin, you're going to have periods where you're in that same energy. Okay? May not be the same situation, but the energy is the same. That's what we're talking about with mirroring. Okay? Now, sometimes it is the same situation. Sometimes you're in the exact same situation as your twin. Sometimes. Okay? And then a lot of times, though, it's like literally mirroring. Where it's like one is one way, one is the other. Okay? Polarity. Okay? One is in positive, one's in negative, and so on and so forth. And then you trigger each other. And that's how the triggering happens. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. So now that we understand our terms. Masculine. What are you trying to escape from? What are you escaping from right now, masculine? What have you been trying to escape from? And this is interesting to me with the 12th house coming in. Okay? Because 12th house is 12th house is Pisces. It's subconscious, okay? Some of you, you've been getting a lot of 5D messages. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is happening to me, okay? Like, the 5D is opening up here, okay? The masculines are getting, like, overwhelmed with messages and signs and all that sort of stuff, psychic connections and things like that happening with masculine right now. Okay? Some of them, it's like they don't know how to, most of them, let's be honest, don't know how to deal with it. Now, this could be your inner masculine, okay? If you're feminine or masculine, it doesn't really matter. We all have both. This could be your inner masculine too, so keep this in mind, okay? Your masculine's having a really hard time with the illusions. It's like they're enjoying them. They enjoy them as an escape. Does that make sense? It's like they are kind of going like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. So you know what? I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna pretend that everything is fine in the situation that I'm in. I'm gonna keep that illusion because it's a defense mechanism. I don't want to deal with my shit. I'm gonna stay in this illusion. So masculine, my question to you again is, what are you escaping from? You. Duh. It's you, stupid. You know. Okay, well that was quick. Then you got Aquarius, I know. So did the masculine just answer me? I think they did. I know. I know it's an illusion. I know. I know I'm trying to escape from me. I know. I think it's funny when the cards do that. They just kind of, it's like they talk to you. They literally talk to you. Oh gosh. I know it's an illusion. So many people choosing their illusions right now, guys. It's so sad. It's so sad. And like my heart goes out to those who have been trying to at least break their illusions and they keep getting drawn back in. You gotta push through it. You gotta push through it. If you're one of those, you gotta push through it. You gotta push through it, okay? So, masculine, hermit in reverse. I just got truth chills, guys. Come on. Like, this is the first time I've done a collective reading since October. And I'm truth chills all over this. Hermit in reverse. Okay? Escapism. They've got their walls up. Masculine has his walls up. Call. So for those who cannot read upside down, I'm sorry. Call in reverse. They have their walls up, resisting the call. I know. It's an illusion. Okay? Literally trying to escape from themselves right now. They can't. But that's what's coming in though, is spirits like, hello! So illusion, yes, but also 5D stuff, okay? This kind of has a double meaning. Okay? This is interesting. So Leo energy coming in here. Okay? So I just said this. You have to call on your strength. You have to push through this. Okay? Masculine, you have everything you need. Just like feminine does. You have everything you need to break your illusions. You don't need to stay stuck. You don't need to stay stuck. Okay? You need to speak truth. Stop smiling and nodding. Okay, your head's going to fall. You feel like a bobblehead. Your head's going to fall off. Okay? Stop smiling and nodding, going along with everything. Everything's not fine. It's not fine. And I keep doing this. You know it's not fine. You know it's not fine. Stop lying to yourself. Look in the mirror, have a conversation with yourself. Or those masculines, again, some of you, your masculine's coming back, feminine. Okay? And this is why. Okay? Some of them, they need to have that conversation with themselves, but you are them. When they talk to you, they're having a conversation with themselves. Think about it. Okay? So feminine, instead of you getting triggered, maybe your masculine's coming back in for help. Okay? Okay? Okay. I know. I just said it's not your responsibility to wake anybody up. But maybe, just maybe, you need to step in, you're being called to step into a role of a mentor of some sorts. And whether that's your masculine or somebody else who's coming to you for advice. Okay? I'm a teacher. That's what I do. Some of you, that is also your calling. You are a teacher. Big scale, little scale, doesn't matter. You help one person, even if it's only you. You help one person, it's a domino effect. Do you see how this works? It's energy. Okay? Maybe your masculine is coming back in because they need help. Masculine, maybe you need to admit to your feminine that you need help. That you would like their help. Okay? More than likely, your feminine would be happy to help you. Okay? Four of Fire in reverse. So, Four of Wands in reverse. Foundations are crumbling. I'm going to keep referencing this card. Yeah, we know you know, masculine. We know you know. The foundation, where you're at right now, your foundations are crumbling. And what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're hiding from it. You're hiding from it. You're being shown the way. You're being shown your inner strength right now. Okay? Some of them, this is, marriage, maybe, marriage crumbling, family life crumbling, maybe it's literally a family falling apart, literally foundation, maybe some of them have lost their jobs, their home, stuff like that, like within the last year with everything that's going on. Literally everything falling apart around them. Tower. I love this card. This is King of Cups. KOC, right? So, but it's also what? Purging. Okay, so masculine energy is in a lot, believe it or not, very emotional state right now, but part of that is what they're hiding from. They don't want to face their emotions at all. Okay? They don't want to come to terms with the fact that maybe they've been lying to themselves. They've been holding in their emotions. They've been holding in what they need to release. Okay, which is, of course, expectations. Right? But also, karma. Like, some of them are still holding on to their karma. Bad. Okay? Wow, guys. This is great. Like, great. I say great only because, like, I feel like it's a really good, really informative, really constructive first reading since the new year for me. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this reading, because I feel like this is right in line with exactly what I feel is going on in the collective and has been going on in the collective. I've been actually, even though I haven't been doing readings, I've been doing a lot of work. Like, I've been getting a lot of SRT services, spiritual coachings, and things like that. And people that I've come in contact with, people that I've cleared, a lot of them are following this same theme. It's just a lot of return to addiction. Okay, return to addiction is a big one. This is what I'm talking about with shadow self, return to addiction. It's what? It's an escape, right? It's an escape, right? So we got to be careful with that. We have to be careful with that. Ooh, okay, so messages and advice from Spirit, and then I'll do messages from the counterparts because I kind of forgot how I did readings. I think I'm doing them the old way. That's fine. But messages and advice from Source for you guys, for the collective. Come on, I know there's another one in here. Come on. Ooh. Okay, yep. Okay. Hope and happiness and renewal of peace. Yeah. Okay, so this is again right in line. So you have the. Okay, so sorry, when my mind is, I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. Yeah. Okay. Hope and happiness comes with renewal of peace. So some of you, that's what you need. Like, you just need a renewal of your peace. You just really need to come to terms with your stuff and just release it. Just stop holding on to it. Stop holding on to the past. Stop toting around your emotional baggage. Okay? Whatever this is. Okay? Some of you just need to release that. Okay? And once you do that, that's when you'll see the inspiration. Okay? That's when the abundance will come back in. Some of you have given up on your abundance. Some of you have just been like, oh no, I can't anymore. I can't do this. You literally set yourself up for failure when you're sitting there going, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Stop doing that. Okay, I'm being told one more. Oh. Perfect. Amplify your positive emotions. Bingo. That's it. Thank you, source. Okay. All right. Case in point. All right. Couldn't end on a better note, I don't think. Thank you, source. So, messages from your counterpart. Be happy. Amplify your positive emotions. Be happy. Ooh, I'm not happy. I'm just gonna go back to this. I know. Okay. Maybe this is you. Maybe you're telling yourself this. Okay. Can't look at yourself in the mirror. Why? Exactly what I just said. Messages and signs are everywhere. Yes, it's being amplified. Because we need you to come back. We need you to come back. Some of them are still in situations where they're being dictated what they have to do. And they're not standing up for themselves. Okay? Some of them are finally coming to terms with the connection itself. Okay? Illusion. Appearances are deceiving. Illusion. You're welcome. Oh, this was on the bottom. Yeah. Be prepared, guys. They're coming back, okay? They're coming back. And some of you, it won't trigger you initially. Keep that in mind. It won't trigger you immediately. It might take a minute. Okay, so just be prepared for that. Some of you might overthink it. Some of you still aren't in a place where, if your counterpart actually comes back, some of you are still not in a place where you're actually going to set your boundaries. So just be careful. Okay? All right, guys. Well, I hope this has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe. Happy New Year. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.